right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
Tonight, assistant principal arrested. Police say she was having a sexual relationship with a student.
After a toasty Wednesday, a pattern change is setting us up for a refreshing weekend. Why you'll need to grab the sunscreen and a bug spray.
And our top story tonight. The death of Tina Turner, a megastar raised in St. Louis.
She always had bigger dreams than we did.
One of the original Ikettes talks exclusively to 5 on Your Side. Tonight, the tributes continue to pour in from around the world for the Queen of Rock and Roll. Good evening. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. Tina Turner died today at the age of 83 after a long illness at her home in Switzerland. Turner was born in Tennessee as Anna Mae Bullock. She moved to St. Louis as a teenager. After graduating from Sumner High School in 1958, she launched a singing career with Ike Turner. The two later married and formed the Ike and Tina Turner Revue. She went on to superstardom in her 40s after leaving Ike and starting her solo career, topping Billboard charts and winning multiple Grammys.
We have live team coverage tonight. Brent Solomon has reaction from local musicians impacted by Turner. But let's start with Robert Townsend. He talked exclusively with a former Ikette who shared the stage with this legendary performer. Robert.
Hey there, Ann. You know, all day St. Louisans have definitely been paying their tribute to Tina Turner. People have been stopping by to see the Queen of Rock and Roll star right here on the Walk of Fame. Tonight, this memorial you can see to the St. Louis legend is still growing. Ever since she was a student at Sumner High School in St. Louis, Ann Bullock had her eyes set on becoming a superstar. There in her yearbook, before she graduated in 1958, the young girl the world would later love as Tina Turner called herself an entertainer.
Tina and I met when we were 21 years old, and we called her Ann. We don't call her Tina.
For more than a decade, Robbie Montgomery sang as one of the backup female vocalists for the Ike and Tina Turner Revue. The Ikettes traveled around the world with Turner during the late 50s and 60s.
We were all pursuing our dreams, so it was really a good time. We were looking forward to being these big stars.
Wednesday afternoon, the death of this 83-year-old iconic star shocked and saddened scores of fans. Fans of all ages placed flowers at Tina Turner's star in the Walk of Fame in the Del Mar Loop.
She was fearless. She was absolutely stunning.
Others shared personal stories about the St. Louis legend and explosive entertainer who lit up the stage.
She would just get up there and kick those legs up and just all the time.
Blueberry Hill owner Joe Edwards couldn't wait to show us this beloved picture of Tina Turner that hangs on his celebrity wall of fame inside his restaurant. In 1991, Edwards was in New York City when the Queen of Rock and Roll was inducted in the National Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Tina Turner was the hardest working woman in show business. Flat out, nobody could compare to her on the stage. And Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones should tip his hat to her every day he performs.
And of course, as they celebrate and honor this timeless, trailblazing St. Louis treasure, fans had to sing their favorite Tina song.
What's love got to do with it?
Rolling, rolling, rolling down the river.
What will you miss most about her?
Just her music.
And definitely lots of fans have been singing the Queen of Rock and Roll songs all day. One guy out here just couldn't stop singing Turner's 1991 hit, Simply the Best. He told me quite simply, that sums up Tina. Live in the U-City area, I'm Robert Townsend. 5 on Your Side.
Tonight, there's also a growing memorial at Tina Turner's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Fans are dropping off flowers, playing her greatest hits, and remembering her contributions to music and the world. Turner received her star in 1986.
Turner's legacy is being felt by local musicians and music venues in St. Louis. Many of them feel a personal connection to the superstar who grew up in town. And for that part of the story, let's turn to Brett Solomon, who's live at the National Blues Museum downtown. Brent.
Well, this national treasure in downtown St. Louis celebrates the foundations of modern music. It's why today's news of Tina Turner's death struck a chord. She meant so much to so many. It's a night at the National Blues Museum featuring one of St. Louis's own. Singer Leica, transforming into one of her favorite singers of all time at a Tina Turner tribute show earlier this month.
She's probably had the most influence on me as an artist.
It's why she spent years studying Turner's craft, embodying her iconic style into her own. Fans couldn't get enough.
I only originally planned to do one night on Friday night, but it sold out so quick that we added a Saturday night, and that sold out.
She had no clue just 2 weeks later the music superstar would pass away at 83 years old. Right here in North St. Louis, Tina and Ike Turner would often perform at this now abandoned building. It's still standing. It was called Club Imperial at the time.
She also got her start at clubs around town. She played at the Manhattan Club in East St. Louis.
Developing skills that would make her that international icon.
Her costumes, how she danced on the stage, her powerful voice.
Here at the museum Wednesday, Turner fans in a state of shock.
And I can't tell you how many emails we've gotten at the museum today that people just wanted to share how they felt and how sad they were that we lost such an icon of music. She's the queen of rock and roll.
A queen now being remembered for her rare talent and her St. Louis roots.
To keep her legacy alive, continue to tell her story, keep her music out there, and I'm just so blessed to be able to do it.
And today, Mayor Jones said, quote, "Before there was Beyonce, there was Tina." The mayor says St. Louis will continue to celebrate everything that Tina Turner did to shape our city and the music industry as we know it. Live in downtown St. Louis, Brent Solomon, 5 on your side.
President Biden is among those paying tribute to Turner tonight. He calls her a once-in-a-generation talent that changed music forever. And country superstar Dolly Parton is remembering her friend and fellow Tennessee native. Parton tweeted, "Now she's rollin', rollin', rollin' on to glory. Roll on, Tina. We will always love you." Our coverage of the death of Tina Turner continues now on KSDK.com. There you can read more about her legendary career and see more tributes to the queen of rock and roll. Tonight, a school administrator in the Metro East is charged with criminal sexual assault against a 17-year-old student.
Our Laura Barczewski talked with parents and students at Edwardsville High School who are just shocked by this news. Laura.
Mike and Ann, parents and students told me tonight they're finding this out on the last day of school. They just can't wrap their minds around assistant principal Erin Foley being accused of having sex with a student when she was a mentor to many and worked with kids with special needs. Madison County State's Attorney Thomas Haynes said 50-year-old Erin Hamilton Foley was arrested Tuesday and charged Wednesday with 2 counts of criminal sexual assault after being accused of having sex with her 17-year-old student. Haynes said in a statement, "It is a crime when adults in positions of trust, authority, and supervision over our youths, let alone their own students, manipulate that power dynamic for sex." Parent Jody Pincus says she's shocked and disappointed.
It's scary to know that your children are being sent to school and you feel like they're going to be protected, and then this is going on and kids are being preyed on. Obviously, the young student was old enough to make decisions on his own, but still she knew better than to do that with a underage student.
Pincus says Foley helped students who had individualized education plans like her daughter, Jaden.
She worked very closely with my daughter during IEP meetings and everything. I actually ran into her a lot at the grocery store. We'd always speak. She always checked on Jaden to see how she's doing since she's been out of school. So it's kind of a shocker because she was a big mentor and played a big part in my daughter's life.
Jaden says as one of Foley's former students, she can't believe it.
I was really shocked. I was with my friend. She had got a call from her sister, and I was just jaw dropped. I was so surprised.
The school website shows Foley oversaw the junior class, and Jaden says she's known her for a long time and was even her school counselor in middle school.
It's kind of sad because me and her had a close bond. Me and a couple of the principals and stuff had a close bond over there. It's just really crazy to think that she would do kind of something like that.
Pincus says this has heavily affected current students, and all of them have lost some trust in the school district.
It's kind of sad because me and her had a close bond. Me and a couple of the principals and stuff had a close bond over there. It's just really crazy to think that she would do kind of something like that.
The district issued a statement saying it's aware of the situation and is fully cooperating with law enforcement in this investigation.
Tonight, a Chesterfield man accused of crashing a U-Haul into a fence outside the White House remains in federal custody. Just hours ago, 19-year-old Sai Kundula appeared in court. The Marquette High School grad faces several charges, including threatening to kill the president. Prosecutors say he was in the U.S. legally on a green card, but they haven't revealed anything about his motive. Today, we heard from a former classmate.
It was very shocking. I was confused. I was like, really? I went to school with him. It was crazy. Would never expect somebody to do something like that. And it's crazy.
While Kandula was arrested for multiple charges, so far he's only been formally charged for federal property crimes.
Tonight, the city of St. Charles is seeking millions of dollars in damages from Ameren, Missouri over the city's contaminated water supply. The city filed a lawsuit today, and it comes just months after the EPA determined the utility was the source of contamination at the city's well field. In a statement, Ameren, Missouri says it has tried to work collaboratively with the city. A sad update to a story we first brought you last night at 10. The Missouri Department of Conservation believes a black bear struck and killed on I-55 in Festus last night is the same bear seen roaming in the area in recent weeks. The driver was not hurt.
Remembering Uvalde. The tributes tonight for 19 children and 2 teachers gunned down in their classroom. And the president's message on this somber anniversary. Thrifty tips.
If you don't get it when you see it, the odds are it's going to be gone.
Tonight, we're helping you make ends meet at the thrift store. The best days to find the biggest bargains.
While we get a break from the heat and humidity into Memorial Day, after that, some changes as we head into the month of June.
Today marks a somber anniversary. It's been 1 year since 19 fourth graders and 2 teachers were killed in a school massacre in Uvalde, Texas.
Tonight, a public vigil was held to remember the victims. It's among the several memorial events held today, which also included a moment of silence, bell ringings, and a release of 21 butterflies. President Biden honored the victims at the White House today and called on Congress to pass an assault weapons ban.
We can't end this epidemic until Congress pass some common sense gun safety laws that keep weapons of war off our streets and out of the hands of dangerous people.
Robb Elementary remains boarded up. The demolition has been delayed due to the ongoing investigation into why police waited more than an hour in the hallway before entering the classroom.
Tonight, Illinois Democrats have a deal in place on a new $50 billion state budget. The agreement comes after lawmakers missed a self-imposed deadline last Friday. The spending plan makes investments in early childhood and higher education, public safety, workplace development, and behavioral and mental health services. Governor J.B. Pritzker says the budget also restores fiscal sanity in Illinois.
Once at almost $16 billion, our overdue bills have been eliminated. Our empty rainy day fund is now on its way to more than $2 billion.
The budget still needs House and Senate approval before it can be signed by the governor.
A brawl in baggage claim caught on camera. Tonight, 2 people are facing misdemeanor charges after this fight broke out at Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. According to police, an argument started on the plane and then it escalated into this baggage claim area. The video shows numerous people jumping in, trying to stop the chaos. An update tonight to wild video we showed you last night showing a man driving a stolen backhoe to catch a flight. Tonight we're told the suspect is in a Nevada jail on felony theft charges. Timothy Baggett of Carbondale is accused of stealing that backhoe from a construction site last week and driving it 10 miles to an airport outside Marion, Illinois. Rising retail prices are turning a new crop of shoppers onto thrift stores.
The one question they're asking, what's the best day to shop? In tonight's Making Ends Meet, Michelle Lee stopped by Mers Goodwill to get answers from a pro.
When it comes to grabbing deals at Goodwill, Donna is really good at it.
You're a regular, right?
Oh, yes. I've been doing this since I was a little girl.
Now with children and grandchildren of her own, she's the family treasure hunter.
Like they say, Donna, when you go into Goodwill, can you see if you can find this or that for me? And I get like real excited, like to come in here to try to find what they want me to find.
Donna strolls these aisles at least 3 times a week. And while she finds secondhand bargains every day, many regulars prefer shopping early on Mondays and Tuesdays.
But though Mondays, they run their sale.
Yeah.
On certain color tags. So
75% off.
So come on, that's a good deal.
Goodwill color codes price tags. It's weekly discount color switches every week.
So this week, right now, the blue tags are 25% off, which means they'll be 25% off for a few days, and they go 50, and then Monday and Tuesday is 75% off. Last days to get those.
Other local thrift stores have similar systems. For example, St. Vincent de Paul uses 50% off colored tags each week. Tuesdays, seniors and veterans get an extra 10% off. The Salvation Army has 50% tags off every week as well, and seniors and veterans get 10% off regularly priced items when they mention it at checkout. And even Savers offers additional discounts. People over 55 get 30% off on Tuesdays, and military members get 25% off on Wednesdays.
So I found this vase for my daughter because she just moved into her new place, so I found this for her. And then I found this because I thought this was pretty unique.
Deals that are special are too good to pass up, no matter what the cost.
I mean, that's always, we joke about it, like that's the rule of Goodwill. If you don't get it when you see it, the odds are it's going to be gone, because most of our stuff is priced really well, that it's just, it flies out of the store at regular price. Not everything makes it to sale. So if you really love it, get it today.
And you better believe there's something for everyone.
You can find toys, you can find all the summer stuff, you can find antiques and collectibles. It's just different every day.
And if you can't find what you're searching for, my treasure hunting buddy Donna says just keep looking.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah, that's very cute.
And then you put on some cute little
new.
Yeah, look.
For making ends meet.
That's a great deal.
Girl. Michelle Lee, 5 on your side.
Well, more Americans are taking on a side hustle to make ends meet. A new report from Bankrate finds nearly 40% of adults have a side gig, and they're earning, on average, an extra $810 per month. About a third use it to help pay for living expenses. 27% use it on discretionary spending. A quarter of side hustlers put that money into savings, while 12% use it to pay off debt.
Let's get to Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell with the weather first forecast. Nice and hot today. What was the high?
Yeah, 88 for the high temperature
It
today.
didn't really feel too humid, though.
No,
Scott.
that was the big thing. You know, the humidity levels really dropped off this afternoon. So temperatures were in the upper 80s. In fact, just 4 degrees shy of the record high for today. But our dew point temperatures, even though the cold front has not come through St. Louis, dropped back into the 40s this afternoon. Very dry air. That, of course, forced all the showers and thunderstorms to be well off to our west. That cold front has yet to pass through St. Louis. Here you go, looking at a beautiful picture from Kathy near Eolia. Look at this beautiful peony, and you've got your little bumblebee in there. Just lovely picture. And Kathy said it rained there just briefly, a little bit late yesterday. All right, we have at this point 76 degrees in St. Louis. We have a mostly clear sky. 88 was the high, 67 was the low. Dew points now at 51. The winds are out of the west-southwest, very light. They will turn more to the east and northeast later tonight into tomorrow. That's going to bring really comfortable conditions into the bi-state region. So tomorrow morning, we probably have a partly cloudy sky waking up. Temperatures in the upper 50s, lower 60s. We will see mostly sunny skies. That breeze out of the east-northeast at about 8 to 10 miles per hour tomorrow afternoon. It pushes any chance for rain well to our west. It keeps those dew point temperatures unusually low for this time of year, which means it's incredibly comfortable for tomorrow night. And the Biz Dash 5K, City Park is going to be hopping tomorrow evening. We'll be out there live tomorrow early in the evening, but clear skies, temperatures dropping through the 70s. It is going to be outstanding. On Friday, highs in the mid to upper 70s, mostly sunny. Humidity levels staying on the low side. As we go into this Memorial Day weekend, we're locked into a pattern that is one that won't give us any rain, which is good recreationally, not necessarily good for your garden, for the farmers or the lawn, but recreationally, it's looking great this weekend with temperatures in the low to mid 80s as we head towards Sunday. Monday, mid to perhaps upper 80s for some of us, and a warming trend settling in. as we head towards the end of next week. So less humid, pleasant conditions for tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, nice into Sunday. Humidity levels will start to increase a little bit as we head towards Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and towards the end of next week. And with that increase in humidity, perhaps a few shower and thunderstorm chances arriving, but it remains to be seen if there's going to be much in terms of shower and thunderstorm action until perhaps the week after. At this point, we're heading into June with unusually dry conditions.
Great weekend,
Yeah,
though.
looks like a great holiday weekend. Scott, thanks. Frank is here with sports.
Mike, two expected things happened tonight. The Cardinals starting pitcher struggled, and Matthew Tkachuk was unstoppable. And could the Blues be losing their general manager? Stick around, please.
The Sports Desk is sponsored by Jim Butler Chevrolet, the Midwest's #1 Chevy dealer 10 years running.
It is unsustainable. Sure, you have won 4 series in a row, but you can't win a division when your starting pitcher either gets hit hard or can't last 5 innings. Steven Matz did neither tonight in Cincinnati.
Hello, Newman.
Tonight it was a different Newman causing problems. Kevin Newman of the Reds. He knocked in 2 here in the first. He had 3 RBIs. Matz winless in his first 10 starts, 6 runs in 4 innings. The Cardinals only had a few good moments. Brendan Donovan homered to right center in the 4th inning. And Lars Nootbaar did the same in the 5th inning. Not enough. The Reds destroy the Birds, the final 10-3. How many Chaminade kids can score in one Eastern Conference final? Matthew Tkachuk with his 8th of the postseason. And what can be better for Dad Keith? A beer and watching your son score. But here's another Chaminade kid, Paul Stastny, for Carolina. He's going to make it a 2-1 game. Now, let's go to the 3rd period. It's a 3-3 game, dying seconds, and Matthew is going to do it again. Florida wins it 4-3, and the series 4-0. 5 on Your Sideline is the place to be on Friday night. Corey Miller will have a few lacrosse state championships, a City SC preview, and a visit with Katie Wu from The Athletic on Cardinal Baseball. We'll also be setting the stage for what could be the game of the year in high school baseball. Francis Howe against DeSmet in the Class 6 quarterfinals on Saturday. Tony Perkins has led the Vikings to 18 state Final Fours in his career. They finished 3rd last season and are focused on taking it all the way this year.
That's the hardest part, is keeping guys focused, towards the end of the year and be thinking about baseball, not be thinking about, hanging out at the pool and hanging out with girls and doing all that kind of stuff, but just doing baseball, but a lot of these guys experience that Final Four, and, I'd be lying if they don't want to go back and finish the deal.
Finally tonight, a word about one of the sexiest stories in the NHL. A Stanley Cup winning general manager goes back home to Canada to take over as the GM of a franchise worth $2 billion, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Pretty cool story, right? No, it's not. You see, it's Doug Armstrong they're discussing. Makes a lot of sense for the Leafs, who haven't won a title in 56 years. Army ended the Blues drought after 52 years. Doug is from Canada and has worked for Team Canada for years. Why wouldn't the Maple Leafs want to hire the GM who is 14th all-time in wins? It's a wonderful story, but there's one glitch. Armstrong is signed and sealed with the Blues until 2026, and those contracts are not like the contracts of college coaches or NBA stars. They can't just up and leave. Why would the Blues allow him to? Plus, he has total control of the franchise here. Tom Stillman doesn't meddle. Leafs president Brendan Shanahan in Toronto, well, he just may. Hey, Army has got the life here. Belongs to Belle Reeve, has 3 first-round picks, and a lot of respect from our hockey fans. I could be wrong, but I bet he stays. And that'll do it in sports.
All right, Frank, thanks.
A little pain relief at the pump. The time you'll want to fill up your tank tomorrow.
A reminder, the annual Folds of Honor campaign is now underway. You can round up at the register or use Scan to Give coupons at any area Schnuck store through May 30th. Money raised provides scholarships for spouses and children of fallen or wounded service members and first responders. 5 on Your Side is a proud partner of the campaign.
If you need to fill up your tank for your summer road trip this weekend, you may want to do it tomorrow night. Circle K is bringing back its popular Fuel Day promotion. So from 4 until 7 o'clock tomorrow night, you can fill up for 40 cents off per gallon.
And just in time for the kickoff of summer, Ted Drew's is reopening its frozen custard stand on South Grand. You remember it stayed closed last year because of staffing shortages. Starting Friday, though, the South Grand location will be open every day from 2 until 10. And I have a feeling they're going to be pretty busy this weekend.
A beautiful weekend.
Yeah. There you have it. 5 on Your Side at 10. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is next.
Please start your day with our Today in St. Louis team. It runs from 4 to 7 a.m. And have a great tomorrow. Thanks for being with us.